Audio seems a little bit loud. Crown Prince? What is the mission this time? Master Balg. It is said that demonic auras appeared at the Longling Tomb in Dragon's Peak. Chaos is spreading uncontrollably. What? It's nothing if that's all. I'll leave. Shade Pendant should be useful for you. Okay, so it does actually mute it all the way. That's where it just came from, huh? Ascensions determine the direction of growth. This adventure, level 3 Ascensions have powerful additional effects recently matched. Ascensions, occult scrolls, and weapons can help you go further. Okay. Okay. Whoa.
Social Samurai
Jeez.
said, "What is this Borderlands-looking mess?"
It's called Gunfire Reborn. It's a new game, early access. It came out May 22nd, and it's been described on several levels
Vanquish
as...
Embrace.
You do a stream,
Said.
yes.
He do a stream.
I wasn't planning on it, but I don't know. I just kind of felt down, so I was like, yeah, we'll do the thing. So this is it's been described as Borderlands crossed with Risk of Rain.
Social Samurai said, "Are the levels random?"
I believe they are.
Vanquish Embrace said, "We got you, daddy, oh no need to be down, we gonna lift you up, heart."
I'm good. I don't literally mean like I was sad. I just
Social Samurai said,
I felt like I wanted to do something.
"What about the guns?"
I literally just started, and I'm in a quasi-tutorial state here. So thus far, it looks like when you start an adventure, you start off with base equipment, which is you have your base firearm here, which mine has 9 rounds and infinite ammo. I have 1 secondary gun. This consumes the large ammo type. You have 3 different ammo types. Plus you have special abilities and equipment you can use. Ah! I didn't realize the door closed behind me. Fuck. I was doing alright until now, then I panicked and, well... these golden goblets give you upgrades, apparently. The little vases or vases do contain some kind of resources in them. So as long as you're blasting them away, you might get, you know, who knows what goodies. I wish they had an actual, like, run button, but you just have a like, flash step forward with a cooldown timer. Which is like, that's fine, that's fine. The enemies aren't particularly fast. It forces you to use cover more than just dash about.
Vampirish Embrace said, "It reminds me of Wolfenstein Borderlands and Risk of Rain."
Yeah, so of course the
Social Samurai said,
obligatory barrels.
"But with a pinch of furry, LOL."
With a pinch of furry, yes.
Vampirish Embrace said, "Puss in Boots got an upgrade, LUL."
Yeah, Puss in Boots got an upgrade. No, we don't want that. Mouse keyboard. Oh. One of the upgrades I got, if I hit an enemy with the... They call it a smoke bomb, but it's actually more like acid damage. If I... Pardon me. If I hit him with a smoke bomb.
Vampirish Embrace said, "I have a drink and snackies, I'm set to."
Let's see what this does. Got an improved clip. The ammo pack is being picked up directly gets into the magazine, so your backpack increases your movement speed by 25% before reloading. Cool.
Vampirish Embrace said, "Monster Ultra Paradise is the drink and it tastes like rock melon, NOM.
What's a rock melon?
Vampirish Embrace said, like a melon fruit kind of thing.
Frenzied Shark.
Vampirish Embrace said, you call it cantaloupe in the USW.
Okay, okay. I know what you're talking about now. Not my favorite, but I don't hate it. Can have a nice flavor to it under the right circumstances. I can't eat too much though because I am slightly allergic to it.
Vampirish Embrace said, poor diesel allergies suck.
Yep. That's not the only one either. Also have allergies to raw oysters, to penicillin, several different kinds of opiates. So morphine is off the table for me when it comes to painkillers. Ow!
Social Samurai said, do you make your own characters or choose?
It literally just threw me in and got me playing, so I'm not quite sure yet, to be honest. I think there are alternate characters you can get. But besides that, I really don't know. Well, that's cool. You dash in midair and it gives you a little flash step without losing altitude. Craftsman that can enhance weapons or reforge weapons. Gemini inscriptions. Okay. ROF for 6 seconds. I wish I knew what ROF was. Okay. Aim an enemy horse head and don't make his weak spot his head. Disappointing. That ought to do it. Oh. Aha! That really hurt. Take that. Bullet bank. Oh my god, even more of these guys? I wonder if this thing is like Risk of Rain in the sense that it gets harder the longer you take. If it does, I don't remember, whoa, being told anything about that. Ouch. Ah! happened. It's just the art of soul regeneration. Remember the Jade Pendant I gave you some time ago? Jade Pendant is able to connect to your vitality, helping you to refine and enhance your soul essence. Talent is an important growth mechanism for heroes. Consuming soul essence can permanently strengthen your abilities. Enemies can absorb their soul essences.
Vampirish Embrace said, so this is basically furry Borderlands, huh?
Well, a Borderlands roguelike. It looks like you, just like a classic roguelike, you die, you spend whatever the certain point is you accrued, go back in, and use this to get stronger to finally get through whatever. No. Max HP, skill damage by 10%, max shield. Velocity, large and normal. Range orb cooldown minus 2 seconds. Okay, so. Okay, so some of these you'll unlock, like heavy crossbowman 10 times. Cool. Apparently he's locked. I don't know what his name is. Apparently it's that. Mysterious visitor from Spirit Realm who is proficient in alchemy and the elemental arts. With his alchemist expertise, the Crown Prince is able to trap and freeze the movement of his enemies with the energy orb. His hidden background has made him even closer to the elements. He combines various elements skillfully with great extraordinary effects. Cool. Oh. This dude's got a Gunzerker effect. Trigger grenade. Toss and stable highly explosive grenade which will explode upon hitting enemies. Deal 500 damage to all surrounding enemies. Massive explosions with firearms. Albai's expertise with firearms allows him to control 2 weapons at the same time. At the same time, due to his passion for explosions, he always has been able to make powerful explosives. Okay.
Vampirish Embrace said, that damage those Saurus zero gas Milizard slurp.
Oh, and your talent level said you need to reach talent level 30 to unlock him. Oh, so it looks like it might even apply most of these across character. Well, no, it can't, because then... Oh no, because that would be... That's just for them. So everything else, it looks like it stays, which is cool. Alright. Well, for a $12 game, this isn't too bad. Corrosion damage. Aura of Venom. It sounds cool. Thus far, I like it. What kind of large ammo? Okay. Oh, out of ammo. I should have read that. Triple comeback, max HP, and max shield will be cut in half, but you gain 2 extra rebirth. Skull Scroll is destroyed after the effect. And oh. Oh. I hope it isn't always the same dungeon setting, because this is going to get lame after a while. I mean, the gameplay's fun. It isn't...
Vampirish Embrace said, lamb shanks in a lovely rich sauce for dinner. Saurus zero gasm. Saurus zero gasm. Vampirish Embrace said, if it's the same thing over and over, yeah, no big oof.
But it is early access. I mean, you know, you gotta keep that in mind. 5% weapon damage and skill, but crit no longer performs extra damage. Eh. Damage and control effects, bypass barrier. That sounds nice. It might be there are certain other areas you can, you know, adventure in eventually. You have to unlock them or something, you know.
J.D. Heliquid said, "Good morning."
Good morning to you, J.D. Heliquin. How are things? Oh! Oh! That's nifty. I like
J.D.
that.
Heliquin said, "Tired. Very tired."
That sucks. I'm sorry. Alright, so my movement does slow when I pull out the big old cannon. Interesting.
J.D. Heliquid said, "Theory of gravitational pull of pillow is real."
Gravitational rule of pillow. That's a new one. Well, new to me. I get what you're saying, though. Same concept as like couch lock when somebody's high, right?
J.D. Heliquid said, "Approximately 30 minutes after waking up, pillow has gravitational pull similar to Jupiter. It getting up is followed with strong pull towards the pillow until you muster escape velocity and leave the bed completely."
The fuck? I took so much damage. Are you like did they shoot the rocket out of the air in front of me and I died because of that? Because that's sure what it seems like. Oh my god. I thought he was going to miss me. I didn't realize he was going to have the little, you know, fancy dodge. Ammo. Makes every second for 4 seconds. That could be cool under certain circumstances, but... It looks like there's supposed to be another scroll on the other side. Did I miss that somehow? Says that there's one like right here. How? You know what? I don't care. Let's just continue on.
Vampirish Embrace said at JD Hella Quinn Raker 7 high. JD Heliquin said JetBlue Google me Vampirish Embrace.
What the what now? It's important to know what you're working with in this new shotgun. The reason I decided to pick it up instead of the rocket launcher is because it does bonus damage to any enemies that are under casual gunmanship. Minus 20% damage when you don't make a lucky shot. Man, so many of these suck. Shotgun goes and does bonus damage to anybody who's under the corrosion effect, which is exactly what both these grenades do and this little pistol does. So, sorry, decay. It also said the shotgun does the shock element right now, so that means I can tear through shields. Electric versus shields, just like in Borderlands. This is a war zone, buddy. You better be careful. What's Peddler doing all the way down in a dungeon, just chilling with? I don't know. He might be one of the baddies. It's a theory. I doubt it. Oh, can I get that health pickup? Yay! Health good. Okay. What do we get? Gold, minor, all enemies died within... Cool, I guess. All enemies died, I'm guessing they mean killed. Translation on this isn't always the best, but whatever. Chest is open, huh? You gonna give me another shitty item? I bet you will. Oh, no, I like that. Of course, this shit could be a lot of fun with a bunch of friends. Goblet. I really want that. or that. But well, I haven't run out of grenades yet. Let's go for that. Let's maximize my orb damage. What's my health at? Magic bun.
Vampirish Embrace said, I was playing my shadow on Path of Exile last night, and when I killed a witch for a quest, he said, did the earth move for you, baby? Probably you hit the ground pretty hard, LUL, what a smart ace.
That's just making reference to like how hard he took her down.
Vampirish Embrace said, yeah, pretty much.
Double exhilaration. I mean, funny. This is where I died before, huh?
Vampirish Embrace said, Caustic Arrow build is so much fun and overpowered, I'm loving it.
Jesus!
Vampirish Embrace said, doesn't require a ton of unique items either, and oh no, run kitty run.
I think that was my last revival. Is there a fucking nut? No, the door opened. Okay. I wish there was a way of getting health in here. I mean, there is, but it's so scant. Having anything to go and you know, increase that, even in like a small passive way, would be a huge benefit. The fuck was that noise? Boy, oh boy. Okay.
Vampirish Embrace said, "Woo, I can now make someone a VIP in my channel."
Woo! What does that do exactly? 1248.
JD Heliquin said, "Oh no's favoritism at its finest." Vampirish Embrace said, "LULLUL, I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. I think it gives them perks."
This looks cool, but shotgun is going to serve me better for now anyway. Interesting. That one was... Oh, that's the crossbow thing. Alright. Man, I really need to pee. Oh, we definitely want that freezing effect. So let's get acidic explosion then.
Vampirish Embrace said, "People who receive a VIP badge can perform
I'm gonna read that when I get back.
actions that other people can't. They can chat freely without being affected by the modes for followers only or any sub or slow only modes. There are no rate limits in the chat and they can enter any chat room they like. Except for rooms for mods. They can even post links in chat when this option is disabled for the rest of the community. The badge is a way to demonstrate and celebrate the most loyal viewers." Vampirish Embrace said, "Oh boy, TTS is gonna go off." JD Heliquin said, "Yep, favoritism at its finest." Vampirish Embrace said. Asterisk gives JDVIP asterisk LUL Malakat Daddy Malakich Uvu Saurus Zero Gasm. JD Heliquin said. Fatilov Fatigasm Hemia Hegal.
Okay. Badge can perform certain actions that other people can't. They can chat freely without being affected by the modes or followers only or any sub or slow only modes. There are no rate limits in the chat. They can enter any chat room they like, except for rooms for mods. They can even post links in chat when the option is disabled for the rest of the community. Ah, okay. I hope me taking that little break didn't go and up my runtime. Uh-oh. Everything's +3, so that's good, I guess.
Vampirish Embrace said, so that's what Mold Icons does. It shows the actions I can perform on a viewer door. Example, I can ban, block or time out someone *, bans JD * LULLUL. Now I wouldn't do that. Virtual Hug Raker 7 squeeze. Vampirish Embrace said, * for even.
Well, Lu Wu, I guess I should have kept my distance a bit more. Whoops!
JD Heliquin said, but you'd love to do that. Vampirish Embrace said, LULLUL.
Okay.
Vampirish Embrace said, Trollolol. JD Heliquin said, stop deleting my messages, you power abusing son of a popcorn.
Don't be a turd, Vampiric.
Vampirish Embrace said, LULLUL, unlimited power.
Or Palpatine, for that matter.
JD Heliquin said, too late Diesel, he already is. Vampirish Embrace said, nah, it's all good, I shall merely observe. Now I can also put slow mode on if need be, if you get a butt ton of viewers pop up.
Usually it isn't a ton of viewers, usually it's trolls.
JD Heliquin said, TTS is slow mode per default.
Where? Oh, that way, I guess. My left shoulder is just being a real pain.
Vampirish Embrace said, No slow mode for chat. It makes it easier for the streamer to read messages etc. Though if you have like 100 plus people in a chat, that doesn't matter. LUL.
It can get a bit, yeah, a little bit ridiculous. The cop.
Vampirish Embrace said, no melee button to break stuff. 0/10 worst game. JD Heliquin said, I'll give you bit of information which may surprise you, Vampiric. I know what chat slow mode is. Even though I was born few decades covered in my optic fluid, I know how Twitch works. JD Heliquin said, Kappa.
My optic fluid. Okay, I thought it was optic fluid, and I was like, spent a few days and decades in an eyeball. What do you?
Vampirish Embrace said, LUL. He knows all. JD Heliquin said, way ha 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 ha. Vampirish Embrace said, Raker 7 squeeze Raker 7 squeeze Malakat Daddy Malakich Uvu at JD Heliquin. Vampirish Embrace said, LUL.
I can't say I'm happy about the fact that auto is just repeating burst fire. That's a little goofy to me.
Vampirish Embrace said, "The master streams, we must thank the master."
Fuck. Fuck. Take that, you. Uh-oh. That's a little bit over the top there. But thanks all the same. All right, let's try the vault.
Vampirish Embrace said, "My bad, I think the monster made me a bit wired." Vampirish Embrace said, "A bite. Yes, sure, thank you fingers for that."
I'm most curious how it came to the conclusion of pronouncing B-I-I-T as buy it. Like, buy what? Maybe that'll help my shoulder. That went smoothly.
Vampirish Embrace said, "So what did you get up to today, sir? Aside from boil in the summer heat, of course."
There hasn't been much. Increasingly disappointed in the state of things regarding the whole, like, law enforcement protesters stuff. There's been I don't know. More and more stuff has been going poorly with this whole
Vampirish Embrace said, "The whole situation is shitty tbh."
It is, but I figured some of it would have been handled better by law enforcement, especially by now. Really? Gonna put me in this tiny little hallway?
Said, "You'd think so, but cops not abusing their powers nah, can't have that."
Come on, Horsehead. Let's play. It's oh no, the fact that you have I don't know what it's like in other nations, but at least in the US, when you have flags up, it's kind of like you display them in order of importance, top to bottom. Holy shit, that hurt. So usually, like, if you have, say, a government office, you'll have, like, the American flag on top, then, like, the state flag, then, you know, whatever else applies, unless it's something like a military base. Then you might have, I don't know, American flag, then the Marines, something like that. Using secondary skill, there's 50% chance to double the consumption. I don't like that. No thanks.
Vampirish Embrace said,
16-year-old kid got knocked out.
We had a 16-year-old kid get knocked on his ass in NSW by a cop, though I think he was being a smart ace and said something that set the cop off, but he smashed his face off the ground once the cop took his leg out.
So that's an isolated incident. That's one cop abusing his authority. This, though, I don't remember which. Well, all right, I'm toast. Yeah, I can't revive, so whatever. One of the things that has become like officer pride has become what they call the blue stripe. It's like the American flag with one of the white. It's black and white, and one of the stripes through the middle is colored blue. This is also kind of like a Blue Lives Matter thing, and I don't necessarily hate it. But the thing is, this whatever station this was, they took. They basically removed all flags from the flagpole and then just put that up there, which to me is saying, you know, fuck everybody else, fuck the government, fuck anything, like, we're above everything else, which to me is, that's not acceptable. If they were to have left the American flag up and put that, you know, underneath it, then fine. But to literally just remove everything and put that one on there, like, that's... To me, that's a statement, a very dangerous one at that.
Vampirish Embrace said, IMO, if you're looting and rioting and generally acting like an animal and hurling shit at police, what do you think they're gonna do to you?
That's true, and that...
I don't agree with taking out the ones not doing anything wrong, though that's fact.
No, and you're right. You do have some people that, like... There were these guys, they lit up a, what was it, a Mercedes dealership. They broke in during all the riots, lit a car on fire, and spray painted Eat the Rich on a side of the bunch of the vehicles. You know, I understand that people are angry, and they want, to do something about it, but all they're doing the exact opposite of what they need to be doing when it's bullshit like that.
Said, even a Nintendo store got taken out during the riot FFS.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like, I mean, it's so all over the place. But you have so many things, like, oh, there was another big one. I actually need to go and save the video because I have a feeling somebody's going to try and take it down. You had some CNN reporters, and they were in this one part of town talking about actually how law enforcement had come up the street and cleared away the rioters, and they were actually praising them. And then they get approached by law enforcement, and they're saying, no, we're with CNN, it's just us, it's our crew of 4, You got the producer, the reporter, the cameraman, and then whoever the fuck else. And they say, just tell us where you want us to go. We don't want to be in your way. And the entire time they're being really polite. They're being really straightforward. And you have several officers up next to them, and some of them talk back and forth. And then one of them just goes, "You're under arrest," and arrests the reporter. And he goes, "Okay, did I do something wrong? Is there a reason I'm being arrested?" And the officer just never tells him anything. Has him set down his microphone, escorts him back behind the wall of police. And then he comes. The producer is. I don't know if it's the producer. I think it's somebody else. Says, yeah, he just got arrested. We don't know why. And they did tell the officers, like, we're live on air right now. And they, whoever's talking is saying, yeah, our producer's getting arrested right now. I have a feeling like we're all about to be arrested. And just one by one, they take them all back there. And then they walk off with the camera and it just carrying it by the strap while it's still recording. And they weren't causing trouble. They weren't doing anything wrong. And as far as I know, in a situation like that, reporters, if they have a news pass or whatever the accreditation is, like, they're allowed to be in that area to report on this stuff. So by arresting these newscasters, they're breaking some pretty serious, to what is my understanding, like, global laws.
Vampirish Grace said, half of these people didn't even know who this guy was and didn't give a single shit before this, and now they're acting like animals. It's fucked. Even people that have nothing to do with it, delivery drivers, have been attacked for no reason.
Yeah, and it's like, don't get me wrong, you know, it's past the point of you know, the whole thing, justice for George Floyd. Like, yeah, you know, I believe that something has to be done. They've already taken the guy who did this. They've detained him. They are not doing an internal investigation. They're specifically bringing in, last I heard, the FBI to run the investigation. And he is being charged with third-degree murder. Which is basically like, from what I read, you didn't mean to kill the person, but you were being unnecessarily violent. It's basically not necessarily like full-on murder first degree or second degree, but like you know, assault and battery plus. You know, not quite manslaughter, but...
Vampirish Embrace said, Black Lives Matter is literally becoming a terrorist organization tbh at this point. Sure, as I said, they matter, yes, but all lives, not just black people. Treating someone any different due to skin color is BS.
Well, and that's, I mean, when I was talking the other day, like, when I say it's a marketing faux pas, I mean it quite literally. Like, it was actually brought up to my attention that recently that the original slogan was Black Lives Matter as much as any other life. But that's long, so they shortened it. And the message gets misconstrued. And as far as, like, you know, the entire movement, you know, you have this new phrase, which is ACAB. I don't know if you've heard that one.
Vampirish Embrace said, "The media is loving it as well. Have you ever noticed that the media always report on horrible shit over wholesome content?
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, that's...
Because it gives them the views and makes them money."
Yeah, well, it's like when the whole, you know, people were getting panicked about COVID, some of the people I know online were saying, you know, hey, I might have it, I'm really scared. I know there's an incident where this, like, you know, healthy CrossFit trainer, he caught it and he died. And I said, yeah, it's scary, but if you're, you know, not at risk and you're healthy, realize that the people who actually die from it are in the minority. And you hear about these things because, you know, it generates buzz. And you're always going to get, you know, like the whole, you know, like I was saying, this new one, all cops are bastards. No, that's a really fucking broken way of looking at things. You do have those that are trying to do the right thing. Which is unfortunate because there's one incident where this woman actually tried to stop one officer needlessly beating somebody who was being arrested, and she lost her fucking job because of it. Oh, I can't jump up there. Fuck. If you're...
Vampirish Embrace said, "A cab has been a thing for a while."
Oh, has it? I had not heard it until now. I mean, I know that you have some people that just hate law enforcement. It's like, oh, alright, whatever. You know, you do you, buddy. I can't... But I had never seen it like this. Never as a full slogan, but I digress. The core of the issue, if we're really going to get down to brass tacks, I mean, they need to refine how they, you know, vet some of these officials. They need to be held accountable. Oh, that's part of what I was getting at with George Floyd. Like, the dude's being processed. You want justice for him. Like, they're working on it. You know, they're actually doing their job on that. So people need to calm their shit a little here. That said, as far as the whole like police brutality and law enforcement goes. Ow! That hurt. That was a good little tickle there. Yep. There was an incident where there was a guy, I believe he was on a subway car, and this dude was getting nuts, attacking people with a knife. So he tried to stop the guy, and he ended up subduing the individual. He got stabbed multiple times, and as soon as this guy was subdued, two cops come out of the next subway car over and arrest the guy that had been doing the stabbing. And this dude is laying there bleeding out, and he's basically saying like, "Hey, can you help me? can you do something? Why didn't you lend a hand earlier when I was being attacked?" Lucky chance for 2 seconds after using dash. Oh, cool. And they basically say, "Nah, we're just doing our job," and they left him there. Thankfully, you had enough people on the subway car that had medical training. They called him an ambulance, and they were able to stop enough of the bleeding that he didn't bleed out before he was able to get taken in for treatment. So this went to court, and they looked at like, was this right? And I forget how far up the justice system this went, but it used to be there was this whole thing with oh boy, fuck figures. There's this whole thing with serve and protect, right? That used to be the sort of like big police officer, I don't want to say slogan, but like what everybody associated with law enforcement. And the courts basically determined that, law enforcement's purpose, their job description, quite literally, is their name, law enforcement. They have no requirement to protect a person. They have no requirement to help another person. Their only thing, according to the definition of their job, is to enforce the law. And to me, that isn't right. An officer should be held to a higher moral standard than the average person. Weapon attacks instantly kill normal enemies with less than 20. I like that.
J.D. Heliquin said, "So to protect and serve is just logo to feel fine."
It's not even a thing anymore. Like I said, that used to be like what most people expected, but no, that's not part of the requirement. That isn't used anymore. It's not part of their marketing campaign, if you want to call it that. They're just, those officers that let the dude get stabbed and then, hid, basically, until the civilian took the guy down and then just arrested the dude. They did their job. They didn't have to rush in and protect the guy, and hey, they didn't even need to get him medical attention or call him an ambulance. They did their job. To me, that's not right.
J.D. Heliquin said, "I was quiet for a while there. I'm kinda opinionated about the whole thing going on over there in US, and made myself hookah."
No problem. No problem. I wasn't sure if you just bounced out or what. But all I'm saying is the actual, you know,
Vampirish Embrace.
concept of law enforcement over here is kind of fucked
Back
up.
in the 70s and before, the cops used to be for the people. Even back in the 20s this was a thing, but nowadays no, cops protect the government and the corporations that own them.
Yeah, yeah.
J.D. Heliquin said. Now I'm not located on the soil over there, so my opinions are kinda skewed from what I've gathered from news and friends.
Yeah, and I'm only going off of same thing because I'm not in a big city, far from it. We haven't had any riots. There's nothing
J.D.
here.
Heliquin said. So I keep me yapper shut.
No, you're allowed to have opinions. Like I said, you know, even my own is limited. I have to go off of, you know, what I see and what I hear from friends.
J.D. Heliquin said. Still you live in the culture etc.
Well, yeah, but as far as like culture goes, that's still like, you know, if it's a federal law, then that's something that applies throughout the whole nation, right?
Vanquish Embrace said. If you were an asshole kid back in the old days, the cops would quite literally take you out and beat your ass, and it was 100% legal.
Fuck. Yeah, let's keep. I won't be able to get any upgrades if I. Asshole kid, back in the old days, the cops would quite literally take you out and beat your ass, and it was sort of. I mean, that's not okay either, right? I'm just saying, like, law enforcement should be there to help. Somebody I know told me about...
Vampirish Embrace said. But if anything, the Mafia did more for the people than the cops back in those days.
Well, around the 20s, it's give and take. It depends on what area you were in and what mob you were dealing with. Because one of the things people forget is when you hear about the whole, like, protection fee from the mob, like... Yeah, it was extortion. They forced you to pay it, but at the same time, if anybody fucked with your business, that means they're fucking with the mob's paycheck, and they would go and, you know, take out whoever was wrecking your shit. It varies. It varies. But again, it depends on where. It really does. And that's actually what I was going to get at before I got caught up in trying to not die, Heliquin. Anything on a federal level is like a matter of the whole nation. But the states over here are almost like, you know, miniature countries. And both the culture and attitude and laws can shift so much between one and the next, it becomes astounding. I got into an argument with somebody once about how... I mean, I was a little naive, but I thought that, you know, save for, you know, isolated incidents, racism was pretty much a thing of the past over here. And that's because... you know, there are a couple of, you know, dickbags that live in my area.
Vampirish Embrace said, like in Alabama, it's legal to get busy with your cousin, which is just nasty.
That's legal in Texas. You are, if you, last I heard, in Texas, if you catch your spouse sleeping with somebody else, and this is not, you know, they confess to it, they're literally like, you know, you walk in on them doing it, you're allowed to shoot each of them once. Only once. And it's up to you where you shoot them, you know, whether it be in the ass or just like outright kill them. At one point, it was legal to do it. You just couldn't, you know, like blow their legs off round by round.
JD Heliquid said, shoot his D off.
Yeah.
Vampirish Embrace said, shoot the guy in the diddly.
And last I had heard, that was still legal. You know, you're not going to see that anywhere else. It's crazy how much.
JD Heliquin said, Flanders, is that you?
Huh? Did I? Oh, the diddly. Okay, I got you now. I was like, what did I say that was like Flanders? No, not me.
Vampirish Embrace said, diddly doodly oodly.
But yeah, it's not just changing laws, but different cultures too. Fire enthusiasts, whenever inflict burning effect on enemies, also. No, thanks.
Vampirish Embrace said, small lurk while I have dinner.
Okay.
JD Heliquin said, buonappetit.
Well, at least it didn't say boo on ape tit.
JD Heliquin said, bon appetit. Laughing, smiling.
But yeah, even, I mean, like, California is a big state. Even where I am is has different culture and different laws than and mindsets than even a couple hours away. In this area, I mean, you're allowed to have, say, firearms in California as long as you go through all the proper channels.
JD Heliquin said, LOL me GF just started playing Assassin's Creed Origins, laughing, smiling.
Is she enjoying it? I still actually have not played the Ass Creed series. Never been a big draw for me. But, you know, I have a few firearms. They aren't too hard to get as long as you can afford
JD
them.
Heliquin
Good.
said
Good to hear that she's liking it.
she's liking it.
They're not too hard to get. If you know you in California, if you want a firearm, you need, well, they're not cheap. First off, you need to pass a background check. You need to take a test, and you need to. There's a there's a hold period on it as well. And some of these things could be a bit more thorough, but I don't think the process for getting firearms here is too bad. Now, in other parts of the U.S., if you want to buy a gun, you literally just go in there and buy the gun, which to me is absolutely bats bananas. The next thing, though, is like, whereas a lot of California is just like, oh, guns, scary. Where I am, in particular, they don't care. California has laws on, like, when you can and cannot shoot.
JD Heliquin said, here you have to get permit. Then depends on class of permit you can get weapon type. No automatic rifles, hunting rifles max, and cheapest Glock is $674 upwards.
Silent damage for each nearby. Yeah, no automatic rifles here. In fact, most of the U.S. you can't. I think the only state that does allow that is Arizona. Don't quote me on that, though.
JD Heliquin said, only allowed carry is concealed and has to be stored in certain lockbox, well level of security.
Yeah. You have certain states that have concealed carry. You need a permit for that. There are certain states that have open carry, and that is you're allowed to carry it as long as you make it obvious what you have. And then, as far as I know, there's only one state that has what they've called constitutional carry. And that is you're allowed to carry it concealed or open without any permits or regulations, which again to me is a little bit like, I'm okay with the open.
JD Heliquin said, I have permit for every allowed type except I don't have Cat K, which is explosives and high grade of fireworks.
In California, they only have concealed carry. It costs $500, I think, to take the course. And that's just to take it. If you screw it up, if you get it wrong, and you need to take it again, you don't get that money back. You need to pay a second time. And then you still have the base test to just get a permit to purchase firearms. Hello, craftsman.
JD Heliquin said, course is 83 USD and each cat test is 21 USD.
Well, if you need a background check here, that's part of the process of just purchasing a firearm. That's 25 USD.
JD Heliquin said, and there are 5 main cats.
All I was getting at was, you know, even within the same state, the mindset on, you know, firearms is vastly different. Out here, people are a lot more. I mean, even though most of California is Democratic or liberal, here is very Republican conservative, and they most of the time they have very specific rules on like when you can shoot somebody.
JD Heliquin
No.
said, A is collectors, B sport, C hunting, D for work, E for protecting health and property.
Oh, interesting. So they even have... Yeah, there isn't even anything like that. Um... most of the time here, if you're defending yourself, I mean, there are certain things with self-defense, which are not a big deal. Like if you are, you know, if you happen to have a firearm in your vehicle and you get attacked, then you are within your right to use it to defend yourself, sort of thing. Most of it comes down to home defense, though, and that is, I believe in most of California, if you shoot somebody, they need to be attacking you. You need to be in your home. There are some places that are super strict about it. Like, literally, you need to have retreated to the farthest point in your home that you can. You know, you basically, like, if somebody's looting your house and, you have a firearm, you're not allowed to fire on them unless they're attacking you. So if you have like locked yourself in your bedroom and they just loot your house and don't come after you, then you're not allowed to shoot them. And then there are other places that'll be like, no, if you're protecting yourself or your property, you can shoot them as long as they're in your house. And then because out here is a bit more conservative, they don't care. If somebody's fucking with your shit, they'll just straight up be like, yeah, no, take them down, whatever.
JD Heliquid said, here it's practically impossible to use weapon for self-defense.
Because of laws, or why?
JD Heliquid said, laws. JD Heliquid said, but I've found loophole for using lethal force against attacker.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that can get squirrely depending on, you know... I mean, obviously I don't know what it's like over there for you. I'm just saying here, things can be open to so much sway, not just from laws interpretations, but the judge's mindset on something that... It's weird. It's weird.
JD Heliquid said, since I did martial arts, anything I would use could be judged as inadequate use of defense force. JD Heliquid said, I found out if I pull out the gun and shoot him in leg or hand, I'm almost perfectly fine.
That is one of the laws here, is like if you shoot somebody, they actually say, well, it depends on what it is. I mean, like, if you're protecting somebody else, then fine, whatever. If somebody is coming at you, they say go for the chest, because that will slow them down. And, yeah, like, honestly, I think if you do tag somebody in the leg or in the arm or something like that, most people don't know what they're in for when they're getting shot, and that'll... Oh! Dirty, dirty move.
JD Heliquid said, chest is bad since you can practically kill him easily.
Yeah.
JD Heliquid said, go for leg and that will practically stop him.
Yes, yes. They kind of are assuming that some of these people don't have necessarily the best... Ooh. The best overall skills. So that's just the, like, generic advice. And they do have special rounds that, like, there's still a good chance that you could kill them, but they're rounds, they're not like hollow points, they're, they've got like a flower shape. Uh-oh. So once they, hit something, they fan out to spread the force outward, and they have, I guess, a lower chance of killing someone and more so of just stopping them. But that said, it's still, come on, buddy.
Vampirish Embrace said, I think SWAT have a paintball gun that fires a pepper spray-like thing at you, or they use rubber bullets and what they call stingers, which are grenades full of rubber balls that sting for about 5 hours.
Yeah, there are both of those here. The rubber bullets have been a particular issue with this whole, like, riots thing. Because rubber bullets, even though they're rubber, they're still traveling fast enough they can still do some serious damage. And you have protesters that have been shot in the face with them. And if you look it up, it does some serious hurt. You've also got
J.D. Heliquin said, LTL rounds.
Is that less than lethal?
J.D. Heliquin said, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
J.D. Heliquin said, it's category of ammunition. J.D. Heliquin said, either rubber payload or rubber tip.
I mean, like, rubber tip, great, but to me that's still, oh, fuck. Double fuck.
J.D. Heliquin said, but can cause quite a hard time for internal organs.
The
J.D. Heliquin said, I've read about smashed intestines etc. with rubber payload.
Yeah, no, these people that they've been hit with rubber bullets, like, they in their face anyway, just serious
J.D.
damage.
Heliquin
It's not funny.
said, rubber tip penetrates but stops quite quickly.
Wish I would have known about the shield piercing ability of the charge firearm a lot sooner, but... Ow! 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 What hit me?
J.D. Heliquin said, I'm using 9mm FMJ rounds, full metal jacket.
Okay. Oh, and yeah, my girlfriend got a handgun that's 9mm, and mine is I want to say her make was Smithfield, and mine is a Glock 45, and that's Yeah, I don't remember which cost what, but the two of them together after taxes and background
JD
checks and everything
Heliquin
else.
said, are another 45 user.
Yeah.
I have one as well. Vampirish Embrace said, I can come and shoot the bang bangs.
Yes, you can.
PLS.
You can in fact do that here. But the after everything was tallied up, the background checks, the tests, the taxes, everything, us getting the two handguns ran right around 1,300 US, obviously. Oh, I can't get another. Full health would have been great right about now.
JD Heliquin said, my Glock 45 cost me 893 USD. Vampirish Embrace said, that's almost $2,000 here, holy shit.
Yeah.
JD Heliquin said, 793 asterisk.
They were changing the laws in the state here. Oh, I'm going this way. On purchasing ammunition. So we decided to go and dump a bunch of money on firearms before how the hell am I supposed to even
JD
survive
Heliquin
this dude?
said, how much you pay for round? JD Heliquin said, for me it's $0.25 per round.
Jesus. I don't know how I can move fast enough to even dodge that dude's shots. It's 2 in the morning. I'm gonna need to... Oh, did we lock up? Yeah, yep, game locked up.
JD Heliquin said, EA game lockup.
How much should I pay for a round? I don't remember. right offhand. It depends on whether we're buying it new or reloaded. The gun shop locally here, you can purchase reloaded rounds, and those cost quite a bit less. I don't recall. It's a little inaccurate because I don't know what the prices on them are now that the laws changed.
J.D. Heliquin said, "Wow, here we can buy only new, almost $12 for 50 rounds."
Yeah. There was a special going on when we got our firearms.
Vampirish Embrace said, "Sue, if I fly to LA, then I can come and hang out with you."
It's a possibility. Our house is in no state for company, and I definitely would not recommend air transit with COVID, but at some point, yeah, sure. My girlfriend,
J.D. Heliquin said, "Vampiric, if you won't act all gung-ho with weapon, you can go even with me."
I know there was they had specials going on at the store before the laws changed, and the 9mm that costs even less. So my girlfriend got a ton of it, and I want to say that the reloaded rounds.
Vampirish Embrace said, "Nah, I'm not stupid enough to shoot up someone or anything but popping rounds at a target set up."
You bet your ass.
You bet your ass.
I don't remember how much hers ran, but
J.D. Heliquin said, "It's not about shooting up someone, it's about handling the weapon."
I know that they would sell the reloads in bags of 250, and I want to say she got like 2,000 rounds. Something like that.
Vampirish Embrace said, "At J.D. Heliquin, I have gel blasters which look pretty real, and I handle them just fine and always make sure the safety is on whenever I'm not handling it, and disable it before I fire at something. Of course, I also take the mag out when not in use."
Yeah, I think she paid, I want to say a couple $100, something like that. I don't remember. But she got a ton, and there were other sales that were going on, so I'd need to go and see what the prices are now. But
J.D. Heliquin said, "Then I'd lend you even my extended mag, for which I'd had to get special permit, winking smiley, so you could go full retard on the target."
That's one of the things in California right now. Magazines are limited to 10 rounds. It was repealed briefly. Now it's getting checked again, and it looks like they're going to repeal it permanently. But right now, magazines, yeah, which are a pain in the ass. Because having to just click, click, click and load up a bunch of magazines every time you want to go out shooting it's tiring. Literally makes your thumbs sore.
Said, at JD Heliquin I have an M4SS gel blaster, a Beretta pistol and an M24.
Having an extended magazine would make it a lot more enjoyable to go out shooting.
JD Heliquin said, here we have per default mags for guns. 17 for 45 Glock, and I've got 30 rounder.
Yeah. Anywhere else, it's like 17 or 18 rounds for the Glock 45, but here it's 10. And it's nice to have an extended mag because if you're going out shooting, if you have a few of those, you can load them up beforehand, and then when you go out, you just shoot. If you shoot 10 rounds, you have to sit there and reload. Shoot 10 rounds, sit there, reload. It slows, like it gets tedious, and your thumbs get real fucking sore. Yeah, I'll be happy when they can make when extended magazines are legal here. I have a 22 rifle that has a 10 round magazine, and that's something that I would really like to get a larger magazine for, just like huge, because those are easy to load. If I had some monstrous thing, I could have a ton of those.
JD Heliquin said, never got automatic loader. Even though it's nonsense, it jams the mag. Vampirish Embrace said, I'd prefer a semi-auto rifle over an auto, I think.
You really can't get auto here anyway. Doesn't matter. Automatic loader, no. My Glock does have a loader assist. It's a little plastic thing that fits over the top, and you use it to basically press everything down for you, slide part of the round in, release and push it the rest of the way in. So that helps. But it's still a fair amount of effort, and only I have that. My girlfriend doesn't have one. And even though the 9mm doesn't have as much force on the magazine spring as the Glock does, it's still a pain in the ass.
JD Heliquin said, yeah, full auto is prohibited almost everywhere since it's mill grade.
Well, I mean, part of it is that it's just, it's one thing to go shooting or hunting, but it's another thing with full auto. You're going and you are just, you have so much destructive potential there that it's, even something like a 22, if it were full auto, you can just wave it back and forth and
said, and aim goes to heck.
Yeah, aim falls apart. If you want accuracy full auto, you aren't going to get that anyway. But yeah, we've got the 45, the 9mm. We have a 20 gauge shotgun.
Said, it's better to just pop singles.
Yeah. We have a 12 gauge shotgun. We have a 410 shotgun. We have the 20. Actually, we have two 22 rifles. One of them has a magazine. The other is like a survival type rifle. It's it literally breaks in half and folds in on itself. It's designed to fit in like a backpack for a bug out bag, or if you're like hiking through the middle of nowhere and you just want something for self defense or for hunting. And because it's break action, you literally can only put in 1 round at a time. But it's kind of cool. We have a... I forget what the actual measurement is. It's called a 9mm Kurz in some places, or Kurtz. It's basically a 9mm, but it's a little bit smaller. And it'll...
Vampirish Embrace said, I'd love to shoot a Barrett .50 cal.
Well, you and me both. I have an AK-47, and I have or something that runs on AK ammo. I don't know if it's actually an AK-47. And then I have a Mosin Nagant. That's the Russian World War I sniper rifle. That one is actually the first firearm I got. And then 2 shotguns, 2 rifles, the 22s. Yeah, so 3 handguns. The mini 9mm, the 9mm, and the 45. The 2 shotguns,
just
the 4-ton, the 12.
Make sure you have a good stance, or it rip your shoulders to shit, and you'll end up on your ass. LUL.
Yeah, well, if you look at Demolition Ranch on YouTube, the guy has a 50 cal that he uses on stuff fairly often, and he has a tripod for it. So yeah, the 3 handguns, the 2 shotguns, the 2 22 rifles, and the 2 heavier rifles. And then we have a crossbow. We also have a crossbow. Nothing fantastic, just a little hand crossbow. Which, that's cool.
Vampirish Embrace said, oh, crossbow.
It's just like, I don't know, this long, this wide. His little release lever, use that to arm it. Just drop the bolt in. Fair amount of power, nothing crazy.
JD Heliquin, thanks for subscribing.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Heliquin. Much appreciated. And then we have like several different types of ammo. We have some ammo that's new, some of it that is reloaded, like I was saying earlier.
Said, Malakich Uvu, Malakich Uvu, Malakich Uvu,
really, never?
Zero Gasm, all the subs.
Thank you, especially then.
JD Heliquin.
Oh, I'm on my talking screen, so the alert didn't play.
What
Shit.
the heck?
There should have been an alert there, but I only have that set up for when I'm in gameplay, not if I'm just having discourse. So sorry about that.
JD Heliquin said, no worries.
But for, let's see here, for the 9mm, the 45, and the 410 shotgun, we have home defense rounds for those, which we've had at the ready for a while now because things were getting weird. You know, it's not like we're getting hit with riots up here, but when people were getting squirrely over COVID, we did actually have some home invasions, people stealing shit. My girlfriend and I both, we have the ones I was telling you about earlier, like when it impacts, it flowers out, so it stops penetration and turns it into stopping force. If you fire on somebody, you're supposed to fire once or twice. You don't aim for the head, you aim for the torso. Well, they recommend
Vampirish Embrace said, Diesel gonna bust a cap in a fool's ass. LUL.
They aren't hollow points.
JD Heliquin said,
They aren't hollow points.
Hollow points.
No, because a hollow point is solid with air pocket in there, and that compressive force is what causes the blowout on the other side. It looks like a hollow point, but it's not. It's segmented. It's cut into 5 or 6 different pieces. And there is a little bit of a hollow segment, but once it impacts, it actually has a plastic plunger that gets pushed back and causes them to all spread open and stop and it turns it into pushing force, and it redirects the energy sideways instead of trying to push through. And they say if you're defending yourself, you don't shoot for the head, you shoot for the torso or the limbs. I mean, that'll work, but it's always, worst case scenario, if you need stopping power, you shoot for the torso, and you're only allowed to shoot twice at a time. So you're supposed to bring the weapon up and bang, bang, and then you need to drop it to look before you take another 2 shots to make sure that the person is still coming.
Said, we can't get those skeptical smiley. Any type of ammo which spreads anyway is prohibited.
And then the 410 shotgun we have. The shotgun shells are about the size of my pinky finger, literally, like same length, same, they're tiny ones. They have 3 copper discs in the front, and then a few BBs. So when you shoot it, instead of just getting peppered with birdshot, it's the same thing. It has stopping power, and then the pellets to go around it, just to cause, a little bit of damage. They're just like brass BBs. So it's, again, stopping power first and foremost. But yeah, we've taken everything out shooting except for the AK and the Mini 9mm. 12 gauge has different size, loads. Some of them have heavier shots, some have smaller ones. The 410 always has tiny BBs. I mean, they're just tiny little shells anyway.
Vampirish Embrace said, sounds like a trip is in order. JD Heliquin said, I can get almost anything except full auto /burst for rifles and burst max for handguns.
Yeah, you can't get full auto here. You can't get burst fire here. You can only get like the Nagant is a bolt action, so I fire it once. I need to.
JD Heliquin said,
semis, yeah.
Semis.
The 410 is a break action, so of course, you fire one, you need to pop it open. It spits out the old shell, it puts the new one in, rinse and repeat. 12 gauge is a pump action. The tiny 22 rifle is, again, it's a break action, so it's one at a time. The other rifle has a magazine, that's semi-auto. The handguns are semi-auto. Yeah. But that's, at least in California, that's about as heavy as it gets. You can't get anything else unless it's for a job requirement or something like that. Even then, that's usually sorry, I'm tired. I lost where I was going with that. With the magazine size, it doesn't it kind of becomes a pain in the ass. Some of the ones, honestly, the center break actions
Vampirish Embrace.
Yeah, it is.
It's past your bedtime.
The center break actions are a little easier for me, honestly. If you're shooting at something, just, take a shot, pop it out, throw the next one in, rinse and repeat. Whereas if it's because the magazines are so tiny, 10 shots, cool, and just sit there and reload everything. It gets again, it becomes a hassle. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go the fuck to sleep. Fun talk. Stay safe. I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow or not yet. I mean, even this was kind of last minute, so we'll see. But yeah, take care, have fun, and if not tomorrow, I'll be back around soon. And once again, Eloquent, thank you for the sub.
JD
I appreciate it.
Said, well, stay safe and good night.
Always. Thank you.
Vampirish Embrace said,